Hi Aquarius, welcome to your January 2018 readings. This is your monthly. Hopefully everybody's doing well. It's different scenery. I'm at a hotel. Things have been go, 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 people. Oh, madness, I tell you, madness. Or you have the High Priestess that keeps popping up. So you're going to be quite intuitive. I'm getting that. And actually, you've been popping Aquarius. The energy of Aquarius has been popping up in quite a few readings. So you're going to be making an appearance in quite a few people's lives. Problem solving, maybe? I don't know. Oh, okay. So we're just going to wait for the energies to get interrupted. There we go. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles, this is a friend. This is somebody that they're very logical. They're a realist. So you'll know them by the fact that they're a realist. They mean well. They have an apprentice energy, which is a learner. So they're like, the Knight of Pentacles is the teacher-student. They're slow movers. Okay, so we had a bunch that flipped. We got the Lover's card. We have Strength. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Empress. We have the Chariot. We have the Fool card. We have the Four of Wands. Got some really good cards here, you guys. We have Temperance. Okay, so I'm going to try to cover homework and relationships. And I always say try because, you know, I try to be honest. It's whatever energies I pick up and the messages that come through. Relationships come in all forms. They come in the form of friends, acquaintances, loved ones, siblings, co-workers, best friends, so parents, grandchildren. Keep that in mind. So it seems like in your relationship sector, if you're single, you do have a chance. You have an opportunity with somebody here. I am getting like in this with this opportunity, there can't be much trickery because if you use trickery, you're going to walk right into a web. I don't know what that means. But like with this card, it's like this is a person who has facts. But when I looked at it, I got like enlightenment. And then when I looked at the Fool card, I got web. Like, and the image of walking in like into it and then like brushing it off the face. Some of you may have to do a little house cleaning. That is coming up. If you're having allergies, I'm seeing like right in here, the sinus area, like if you're stuffed up, and maybe dust in the house and stuff like that. You know, if you are a person who has the privilege of like, if you own your own house and you have carpets, you may want to switch to a hardwood floor. If you tend to have a lot of sinus issues, it could help with the sinus issues I'm getting. If you're interested, if you're single and you're interested in a person, it's going to require like effort, like work and effort. And for all of you, that's going to be different, again, because it's a general reason. So like reading, apparently I can't speak English. It is my first language. It's like for some of you, it's going to be the work that's going to be required that you have to put into it. It's going to be honesty, being completely open and not hiding anything. like no trickery involved. So it's like, if you don't, like when you get involved with somebody in the beginning, if you don't like something and you usually like agree with it, it's like, yeah, I like that too, and you don't like it. It's not doing that, because you're going to be wasting your time if you're doing that, it's saying, and you're just going to, like, I'm seeing like you walking into a web. So it's like, it'll just ruin, one, that person won't be for you. So, and you'll just get stuck in a situation that you don't want to be in. Or two, it's going to ruin something that could have been really good for you. Like, honesty is the best policy. Also, I'm seeing like, well, the Fool is a trip, a journey. You could go see a friend, or with a friend, you guys can go on a trip or a journey to someplace. It could be just a weekend trip or something like that. Or you're planning a trip in like 7 months. Could be, you're taking a week vacation. Could be in fall time. I'm seeing somewhere hot and sunny though. And like a lot of water around you, the ocean. I'm also seeing for a lot of you guys, like, that are single, like, for you guys, you're like healthy enough to get out there. It is saying that, like, you're healthy enough to get out there and take chances and stuff like that. And any trickery or anything like that, you'll have foresight over it. There's somebody out there that you can build a firm foundation with. They could be different from you, which, like for an Aquarius, that's not a bad thing. That's like, like, I got a Mars Venus Aquarius, and I'm also a Sag, and both of those signs tend to, the partners that they choose tend to be quite unique, at least to them. They're not people that really choose partners based on careers or what they do for a living. Generally speaking, it's just on a feeling level within it. If Aquarius or Sag likes you, they like you. It's the only reason they want to be with you. Or that's the beautiful thing about Aquarius. I like that about Aquarius. Or for Aquarius, it's like the quirkier the better. They like the people that have insecurities. Aquarians tend to think those are cute. At least, people with Mars, Venus, Aquarius. I would imagine Aquarians do too. They like things that are unique or different. There is some sort of difference with this person, though. With the Fool here and the Empress, it could be an age difference. The Fool's quite young. The Empress is a mature woman. And the Lovers is sitting there, so it could be a height difference even, because in the Four of Wands, you see that she's taller than him. These are based on mythology. The Thor and Odin days, and this is Thor here. She didn't marry Thor, but she's the giant. She had 2 of Thor's children. He ended up marrying somebody else. But she was a giant. That's why she's taller than him. So she was like freakishly strong, and she was also trapped. The story goes she was trapped with her father, taking care of her father all the time. For you gentlemen, there could be a woman you're interested in. The Empress, it's always somebody I consider that has all 4 signs in her chart. Or she's like, this is an important person in your life. So she could be the mother of your children. It could be your mother, grandmother, an aunt. It would be somebody like that, significant to you, family ties. It could also be a woman that owns her own business. She would be quite creative. She's very nurturing and mothering. At work, it seems like you have a choice here, and it is with the Empress here. It's like it would be your own creative project. Okay, so and with the mother being here, it's like the mother nurtures you to be like who you are, right? So it's like you have a choice to be who you are and take direction in that. Like, go after your passions and your desires, what emotionally fulfills you, take a risk on it, you are going to get a proper foundation. It's also like taking the choice here of a job that you want, because if you want a higher paying job, or this is a business here, creating your own business, your own stable foundation. That's what I'm seeing, male or female. Okay. And I'm getting creativity, but I'm also, in my mind, I'm seeing, for some people, it's like, I'm seeing film, but it's not really film I'm seeing like a TV and the channels flicking. It's like channel flicking. So I don't know what that means. But with the Empress here being nurturing, it's also like, that's like a doctor. Like she takes care of people's needs. She nurtures them back to health. Hospitality industry. You have an ability to create your own stable foundation. In that area, it's going to, you have the Apprentice card and the Seven of Pentacles with the Fool. You got to take a risk on yourself. Just know that there's going to be, okay, this is teacher-student. So that means like you have to learn things as well as teach things. So at no point can you think that you know everything. You're going to constantly have to go out there and after you mastered something or learned it, learn something else, learn something different. You're going to constantly need things along your journey here. It is a journey with the Fool. Could be going back to school for some of you. It doesn't matter how old you are, 40, 50, 60. If there's something that you've always wanted to study, a degree that you've always wanted to get, there's no time like the present, right? That's what it's saying. Take a risk on yourself. This could be a new health regimen even that you're starting. If you're starting your own project or business, you're going to have to be patient with yourself. It's going to take time. There's patience required. This guy's or woman is pretty patient. That's what makes them that's a very good friend. They're stable, and they'll always give you. They're a realist, so they're going to give you facts. At work, you do have a choice for a foundation. People are looking up to you at work. It is saying that. You got a lot of support. You could be also training people or mothering people, taking care of people at work, like, because this is with the Empress being the nurturer and the Lovers here. It's like it's selfless. I'm getting selfless. So, and for some of you, there might be a trade-off that you have to do. If there's promotions and stuff like that, definitely apply for it. You're going to get it. You are going to get it. And then for others of you, it is saying in your relationship sector, you may need to do a little bit of work. It could be with family members. It's like restarting with them, letting things go. You do have the Apprentice energy. I'm like specifically getting the Apprentice energy, which is, that always comes to me as Virgo, right? Virgos are quite patient too. If you're dealing with a Virgo, you want to be careful of, they're quite sensitive, and they usually get moody. Like it comes across as being moody, or they'll like snap, not like, go all, but they can change moods real quickly, and it's due to sensitivity. They're very sensitive towards energy. It's usually like their emotions are off balance when they're getting sensitive. It's like, and sometimes it's not even when things are said, it's like an energy they can pick up on. They usually pick up on things before they can happen without even knowing it, which sounds weird, but it is true. Where they're hated a lot, like Virgos are. Virgos are hated a lot. Scorpios, Aquarians, and Sagittarians, they get a lot of hate, man. And Leos, they get a lot of hate, where I'm not sure why. You do want to be careful of trickery in your relationships. You do have somebody who can come in and help you and give you a little bit of a break. That energy is still playing through here. What you got coming in at home is you have the Strength card, Chariot, and Temperance. You got to be very balanced here. It is talking about, for some of you, you might have to have courage to move at a distance. It could be a very long distance. With Temperance here, that's Sagittarius, that is travel at a long distance. They do travel at a distance. The Chariot is movement. You want to stay up to date with your vehicle, like ensure you have your insurance. I didn't mean to say that, but yeah, your insurance is up to date. You want to stay on top of like any lights that come on in your vehicle, saying like, you know, the battery's low or oil's low. You want to, you know, get your car checked out if you haven't had it checked out. New tires if you know you need new tires. There's some sort of importance with that. Some of you could buy a new car too. You want to ensure you're not emotionally shopping though. That could come up also in your reading. You could be moving homes. You do have to tame your passions and your desires here, or you have to go after your passions and desires. It's one or the other. You're either on one end of the spectrum or the other. It's like you're either overindulging in it or you're not at all. It's one, like it's half and half for some of you. And you're going to have some courage to really do it. Like at no point should you have any doubt in yourself, Aquarius. You're an Aquarius, like. Okay, so in your relationship sector, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so family has some sort of importance to you. It's saying not to cause any problems within the family. You want to be the negotiator. It's basically like there may be a point where you have to swallow your pride type thing. But it's saying in your relationship sector, it's like not to be worried about money. Like it's either, I'm getting it's either like if somebody's coming after you for finances, you'll know it. That's like the web. I'm seeing the web again. Or like you could be interested in somebody and they're concerned that like you're just interested in them for financial reasons, right? And that never goes well if that's the case. But you'll be intuitive. You'll know. You have the Hermit here, right? So it's saying at work, it's not a time to really pass up on opportunities at work or to slow down. Okay. It is saying that Aquarians, you have all the guidance and wisdom that you really need right now, that you need to take action. You're going to be quite creative. I'm seeing an image of an elephant too. So it's like, some of you could be storytellers. And usually Aquarians go through quite a bit of experience and they gain a lot of wisdom throughout their life. There could be a book that you could write. But definitely what I'm getting in, like if you have a creative project or some sort of thing that you want to start or get going, and you're like in two minds about it, you shouldn't be. The cards are saying that you shouldn't be. You have all the necessary tools and guidance and wisdom to carry forward. And anything you don't have, you are going to gain along your journey. You're going to gain the rest of what you need on your journey. And then it's saying at home, okay, well, we have this at home. We have carpal tunnel just came up for some reason. The word carpal tunnel syndrome. I'm not sure why. You might want to go get that checked out if that is occurring. Also, like your diet. Okay, you want to change a few things in your diet. Carbs can really like make that act up. But there's a few things that can calm that down too. Yeast is really bad for that too. But I'm getting like Stockholm syndrome, like you feel trapped. Okay, and like my cards are saying if that's the case, well then, okay, you're really going to have to gain your courage here and your will, okay? Because the universe can't do anything for you. They're going to supply you with opportunities, but you're going to have to take the opportunity on yourself and fully, because with the Temperance card here, that's Sag, and that's like experience. Sag gains their knowledge and wisdom through experience, and they take action. Right? They could be idiots. Guilty. But it's like, it's not by choice for them. It's the sign they were given, and it's the journey that they were given throughout this life, right? They have to learn through experience, action. But the cards are saying for you, you're going to have courage to take action. For some of you, this is moving. Like, you have to move, and you want to move out of a situation, then you got to do that. Some of you it could be proposal too. Marriage here is coming through. You're going to have to tame your inner beast here. It's like you may not get things as quickly as you want them, so you got to be patient. There's some planning that you have to do, but it's like you need to tend to things that you can no longer avoid. Not to worry about finances. That's not a concern. Like, that's not something you should be concerned about. It's like once you it's almost like the universe wants you to decide things, okay? Because once you decide things, then everything, they're gonna like kind of like put things into place for you to make things happen. But they can't do that until you decide. And like, it's got to be definite. You got to be clear and decisive, is what the cards are saying. For some of you, it's like you're in a situation that you know that you're not supposed to be in, and you got to remove yourself from it. It's not just going to happen on its own. It's going to take courage and a lot of strength to do it, and it's going to get you emotionally off balance, but just know that it'll be well worth it. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and there is some sort of sacrifice you're going to have to make. So it could be like you want to move out, but you can't afford to move out on your own, so you may have to move in with a roommate, that type of thing. But there could be a trip too that you've always wanted to go on, and it's saying that you should definitely take the chance and go on the trip. It's like not to worry. It's like saying not to worry about money, because like you can always make more money. It's about experience. So it's like you got to treat yourself. If there's a trip you want to go on, but you're like, oh, well, like things are going to be tight, that's okay. You're going to enjoy the experience, and then you come back and it'll only be tight for 2 weeks, and then you can get back on track, right? But you could be missing out on some like really good opportunity here. I'm getting. The work looks really good for you guys. It is saying to be nurturing at work. You could have some people that are going through some difficulties, and you could provide them with, I don't want to say protection, but like nurturing. So it could even be like maybe you have some new people at work, and like they might not want to like discuss things with other people, or like they're not saying that they're having problems or difficulties, but you got a hunch that they are. They could really use your help, that type thing. What people are looking for is like nurturing. That'll really help your foundation. All right, you guys, hopefully that helped you out, and namaste, and I will talk to you later on. Ciao for now.